Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Midnight Sesh. My name is Moises.
And my name is Slater.
We got Slater in the building. What's up, bro? How you been, man? How's everything?
We took somewhat of a week off, like everybody on Easter. Something like that. We just forgot to upload is the real thing.
And if you're listening to this in the future, just know that all episodes have been uploaded.
Yeah. Sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes but we get back on track, you know?
It's trial and error, man. We still learning how to do this. We still doing it, though.
We still uploading. You thought we wouldn't be back.
But here we are. Trying to just make things poppin'.
Yep. How you been, bro? How's your week?
It's been cool, man. My week went by fast. I'm ready for the next week. I'm ready for the rest of the year. You know what's crazy is that we're already in like April, which is like the 4th month of the year, meaning that we're almost halfway done with the year already, bro.
Halfway done with April also.
It just feels like we've started this year like last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
And it's already April, like halfway through April.
By the time this episode gets uploaded, it'll probably be like the end of April or or more closer to like May.
May, yeah.
Damn.
Time flies, bro.
Yeah. See?
Good shit. But anyways, guys, today on the Midnight Sesh, we have a guest by the name of Naomi.
Naomi.
Hi, guys.
Tell us about yourself, Naomi.
My name's Naomi. I'm 23. I turn 24 next week.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah. And
Kobe.
She just came out here to say it's her birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday. If you guys want to buy me a gift, Venmo me.
Hey, put the Venmo on.
Yeah, where can they Venmo you at?
I think it's just NAOMI.
Let's go.
Send $1. Send 50 cents.
Hey, something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Shout out to Naomi. Huh?
What?
I thought you were about to say something.
Oh, no.
I was going to say Naomi's just a really chill friend who... She's been in the background a few times on the podcast, and now we finally got her on the show.
If y'all ever hear snoring in the background, that's her.
Sorry.
That is Naomi.
I think that was just one time.
Snoring up a storm.
Don't worry, we edit that shit out for you.
And by edit, we mean we made it louder.
Courtesy of the Midnight Sesh. But we got 3 different strains we're rolling on today.
Rolling on 3 different strains.
So if you checked our Instagram at... Where?
Official Midnight Sesh.
Ooh, and if you're not following us, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But you need to be following us on there for all the Kush-related shit.
Yeah, honestly, make sure to follow us. We're still trying to build that IG profile. So make sure you follow so you can see us just grow, guys. At the end of the day, we just here to make sure we entertain you guys. We just got to make sure that you guys see us as the big brother. So if you guys need any advice, make sure to just message us. Send us a DM. Be like, hey, I get paranoid when I smoke weed. What should I do? And then we'll give you our advice on the experiences that we experienced in moments like that or any other type of moment.
Hell yeah. But what do we got rolling on? Let's see. I got chocolate sundae. I just got like an 1/8 of this. We were in Burien today. I forget what the fuck the place was called.
I forgot to.
Yeah, but somewhere in Burien. We'll bring up the name later, hopefully. But yeah, I thought it was called Cherry Sundae, and my dumbass went up there and said, "Hey, can I get a cherry sundae?" And they're like, "Which one is that?" And they're like, "Is it this one?" And I just saw the thing on there. And they're like, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that is it." And then, damn, now that I'm looking at it, it's not even called chocolate sundae. It's called Chocolope Sundae. Damn. I was like, why is there a cantaloupe in the back of this bitch?
Now we know to not let Sladro pick up the kush.
Damn. But yeah, I guess mine is called Chocolope. What do you got, Naomi?
I have Punch Break by Fat Panda.
Punch Break?
I think that's what it's called.
I thought you said Punch Breath.
Yeah.
Shit. I lied. It is Punch Breath.
Damn. I would have lied on the
Oh my, we got cappers on here, guys. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna kick it with these people no more. But anyways, I have, and this is correct, Jungle Punch number 8. It was a half ounce that I picked up this past week, and it's a little bit left that I'm about to roll up.
Just for that, someone's gonna correct you and say, "Actually, number 8 doesn't exist."
Okay, well this label says otherwise. So how about you smoke a doobie or something?
Yeah.
Take a chill blunt.
We got these 3 Kushes. I didn't even see if mine was like an indica. Oh, mine is a sativa hybrid. I was trying to get us indica, but
Yeah.
Mine's
Why?
indica.
Why were you trying to get an indica?
I've just been ever since we've been like getting some indica. I've been feeling way more chill and just like I've been waking up with less of a headache
Because it's a body high.
unless we smoke a lot,
Yeah.
you know. But other than that, it's like I be feeling pretty good on that shit, and I don't be getting like major geeked on the show where I'm just like, oh shit, we're recording. Shit.
Been there, done that.
But yeah.
But yeah.
We've got the 3 different cushions. We're about to roll up, and honestly, my shit smell pretty bomb. Moises' shit smell pretty bomb.
Yes, sir.
If you're following us on Instagram at Official Midnight Sesh, you would see how that kush looks like.
3 different types of kush,
So
3
if you
different
saw
looking
that,
cushions.
man, hopefully you will put up a little thing saying which one you think looked better, which one you think was the better taste. But yeah, we about to roll this shit up.
Let's go.
What you got on your minds right now? What you got on your mind?
What do I got on my mind?
Yeah.
You know what I got on my mind? R.I.P. DMX is what I got on my mind, man. We lost a legend. It's so crazy because, like, I understand that, you know, we're all getting older and this stuff is going to happen more and more, but, like, I don't know. I'd like, for example, I personally feel like when The Weeknd passes away, if I'm alive to see that, bro, I'm going to be in tears and it's going to suck because you're just like, there's these people that, yes, we don't know them, but they had an impact on our lives, you know? And it's just like, damn, bro, just to see someone pass away is crazy, you know?
I feel you, because I remember I was working at one of my jobs when Chester Bennington, which if you guys don't know, he was the lead singer of Linkin Park. And I was working that day and I was on my break and I fucking see that he committed suicide. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I literally fell off that day working. Because, like, I didn't know the man personally, like Moy just said. But because I grew up listening to his music, like listening to Linkin Park as a kid, like that shit got me into rock. That shit got me into all the music that I listen to now. And like Chester Bennington was going in on his lyrics, bro. And to hear that this man passed away, like that shit was like fucking hurtful. I didn't even know how to feel that day.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, a lot of people are like, oh, you don't even know them, get over it. But it's like, they had an impact on my life, man. Like, I can't help but like feel a certain type of way, you know? Like, for example, I feel like Black, if you guys haven't heard of Black, he's an amazing R&B artist who I will forever vouch for, man. Like, that man helped me through a freaking breakup, bro. And he literally, all he did was just put out his first album that he felt like was helping him get through his breakup, you know?
Yeah.
And just that fact alone, it was like, damn, like, I would literally, because when that album came out, bro, I would, every single night, it would not a miss, bro, I would play it. Every single night. Just from start to finish, the whole album. For like a good, like, year and a half until, like, finally, like, one day I was like, damn, bro, like, I don't feel like that sensation of, like, oh, I miss that person, or like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're going through like that breakup phase, and you're just like, damn, bro, you know, like, he real life helped me just get over that, and I just realized that, like, hey, you know, what he's saying in this album is legit, and it's, you know, it's speaking to me because I'm experiencing it, and with that, like, he really just helped me say, fuck it, bro, like, I am free. That's why the album's called Free Black, if you didn't know. So yeah, okay. So like stuff like that, it's like, it's hard. Like, if he were to pass away, like, I'd be devastated. I'd be like, fuck, man, like, he literally helped me through that, and he doesn't even know me.
What about you, Naomi? You got anybody, like, any artists like that you're just like, damn, if this person passed away or something happened to them, or anybody who in the past?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I do, just because I, like, never really had a favorite artist. Like, I have artists that I listen to constantly, but I don't think
Yeah.
I like have like a main person that like I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never been the type of person to have like a favorite whatever. I don't know why. It's
Cause you a
just
bland piece of chicken.
hey, stop.
This coming from the girl who said she barely watched movies as a kid.
Exactly.
I mean, I just didn't grow up watching movies. What am I
Exactly.
saying?
Now you see my point.
Nah, it's cool. Like,
You've never
Yeah,
had
but-
anything like that, like
I
hit
mean-
you in life that you're just like, damn, like me watching this, me listening to this, me hearing this. It's I'm going through an
yes,
experience similar to it, so it's making the experience a little bit easier because of it.
I mean, I guess yes. I'm okay. So Moy, when we were in Oregon, I turned on some Fora, and I guess Fora, he's known for like a long ass time, and I just started listening to him maybe like a couple years ago.
okay.
And I mean, his music be hitting me. You know, it's very sad and. But I mean, I feel like his music definitely helps me through a lot, especially when like I go through my days where like
Yep.
you know just my bad days.
Yep.
But yeah. But I'm not saying like I'm sure if some of these artists that I listen to constantly would like pass away or something, of course I would be sad. Of course it's gonna affect me because I listen to them probably almost every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, what artist would you say you would cry if you heard that they passed away?
The thing with me is I don't know if I would cry, but I would definitely feel
Yeah.
some kind of way about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's damn.
I don't know.
So you don't have an artist that you would cry?
It's not that I wouldn't cry for them. It's like I would still care, but like because I don't have a personal connection to the person. Like, yeah, they made music that I like, but that still for me that's not personal enough where it'd be like it's gonna impact me sometimes.
I can see that. I guess I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it just depends on the people too, because I feel like how you said, like you gave your examples of like,
A black.
The Weeknd and Black and shit like that. That like like that maybe, and you enjoy music way more than me and Naomi probably do. So I feel like yeah, if I was like that, like I love music too, but I don't think I enjoy it the same way you do.
Cause I love music,
Yeah,
bro.
I did not know what it meant to like actually love music until I met Moy, and I was like, damn, like he literally loves music.
Yeah.
Music is my therapy. You know how some people use like writing or singing or painting? Music is my shit. Like, connect me to music and I can heal from anything.
Yep. I just be too picky when I be picking out some songs sometimes, but
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I think it also comes down to how you listen to music. Because, like you just said just right now, like, I feel like you're the type of person who listens to music in the way of, like, just listening to songs. Where I've always been the type of person to be like, let me check out this artist and their work and, like, the full body work, like, the full album.
yeah.
And that's really what, like, got me so hooked on music that I'm like, bro, I just listened to this album and it's, like, the greatest thing in the world. Because one of the things that I used to do when I was in, I think, like, the end of middle school, 8th grade, and then, like, the beginning of freshman year, what I would do a lot during the LimeWire times,
Yeah.
and then also, yeah, it was mainly LimeWire and also just, like, the internet, like Putlocker and fucking all these other downloading sites that no longer exist because, the government and everything and then the music industry. But anyways, so what I would do is I would go on these websites and I would look up artists and I would be like, okay, like for example, I would think of Kendrick Lamar. Whatever Kendrick Lamar projects he had out, if I was able to find those projects, I would download the whole album and then just listen to it, or if like it literally it ranged from Linkin Park to fucking Elvis Crespo. If you don't know who that is, he's like a Hispanic, just like not R&B singer, but just a Spanish singer. To Shakira, like Beyonce, like it literally nothing, bro. Nothing was off limits because I was like, what if I like this? So I would literally download all these albums and then just listen to all of them and then figure out what I liked. And then when it came down to it, when it came to me uploading the music from the laptop to my phone, then I would choose which songs I wanted depending on the album,
Yeah.
And so me doing that really expanded me. And the funny thing about that is, as well, is that my brother David, who was on the show recently, or he's already been on the show.
Yep.
Episode coming out soon. That's why I said it like that. But anyways, so what he did was that I put all those, that whole, bro, like the whole laptop was filled with just music. Like the space on it, bro, was mainly music because of the albums I downloaded. And there was well over 1,000 albums on that fucking laptop, bro. And so what David did was he found a USB. Well, actually, I found a USB. Or I don't remember. Maybe David might, but it's either I found it or he grabbed the USB. And I uploaded every single album, bro. Put it onto that USB. And then David ended up taking it. And then he just had all that music. Because that laptop, I think, ended up breaking or something. And we got rid of it.
Damn.
And so the only thing that was left of that, those like albums, and these are like original. So I think what people don't realize nowadays is that people put out like music that they want to for sure put out like in the world 100% how it is. Whereas back then, people were dropping a lot more mixtapes, so they could do whatever they wanted without no restrictions of like, I gotta get this approved.
Yeah.
And so as they put those mixtapes out, people, you could just download them, you listen to it. But then as they started trending, they then would have to get certain songs and samples approved, which then maybe wouldn't make it on the official cut, the mainstream cut or the music industry cut, I guess.
Yeah.
And so the albums would change a little bit. So the thing about that USB drive, bro, is that every single album was all original shit. Like at that time, bro, let's say The Weeknd just dropped House of Balloons, not even Trilogy yet. House of Balloons, all original shit, all original samples, just out in the internet, and no one could tell him like, yeah, you can't put this out because you didn't get it approved. Because at that time, the music industry wasn't as hectic as it is now.
Yeah.
But it was just so cool, like, just all those albums of like rock to techno to hip hop to fucking R&B to reggaeton, Latin trap before it was a thing,
Yeah.
to freaking Celine Dion, to the Strokes, or what was those bands called that we were popping in middle school? Like
The Main, 3 Days Grace,
Sum 41, Blink 182.
Yeah.
Like it was all those albums, and I would just be rocking out to that shit. So yeah, I love music.
That's filthy. I just barely, well, like not even barely, but like I've been getting more into music like lately, like not even lately, but like in the past few years where I'm just like, you know what? Like I would listen to music and I wouldn't really listen to the lyrics. I would just be like, damn,
you would hear music.
Yeah, so I was just hearing it and I was like, this sounds pretty good. And there's some stuff where I did kind of listen to it because like, oh, this sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty relatable. I know what the hell they're talking about. So I was just listening like that. And then now I actually like read the lyrics and like see everything that they're like talking about. So like that's like another thing for me when I'm looking for a new song. I'm just like, or a new band. I'm just like, okay, is there something in here? First, the song just has to it's gonna have to like lift like the hairs off my back type of shit, Because that's how picky I'd be. I'd be like, damn, it has to be something like this. And I mostly always go for something like really chill type of vibe type of shit where I'm just like, I could just chill to this and be like, have a good feeling about this. Like when I'm listening to it, like it's a song that you're going to be listening to and you can just be chilling while you're like driving or just chilling in your room and just be vibing to it the whole time pretty much.
He likes lo-fi music.
Something like that. I don't really listen to
but lo-fi be fire.
Some lo-fi be good, but I don't really be listening to it like that also, but that's why I've always been like a rock kid. So
rock was freaking fun.
I was always listening to if it was rock, it was basically like punk rock or something like that, or like pop rock.
He can't speak because he's high now.
But yeah. Shit like that I would be listening to, and then later on I got more into hip hop and stuff like that because just everybody that I was hanging around with was just listening to it, so it just got to the point where it was like, you know what, this actually isn't that bad. So I started listening like that, but now I'm more back into rock again, but I'm more into like indie rock, and that like indie rock, depending like on who you're listening to, a lot of the times they're speaking some pretty interesting things, and then just like the way I'm always I've always been into like how the guitar, like how instruments sound like, you know? Like I love hearing how like an electric guitar solo all the time. I love hearing the fucking drums in the back, and then the bass now. Like recently, I've been listening to like a lot more things with bass. I'm like, damn, the bass be going in, you know?
Yeah.
Type of shit. I'm just like, he be going in on this shit. So I've been listening to more shit like that, especially with like indie rock. Some bands really just, I don't know, some of them just really be focusing on like how all the music is playing, and it's like, I don't know, like the way I always find it so amazing how these guys in a band just like synchronize with themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like all together, the fucking drums, the guitar, the fucking bass, the singer, they're all synchronized together, just making that fucking song and making that, like, you know, sounds of it. And I'm just like, damn, this is filthy. These guys really went in, took time to practice, and like they sound just like this, you know? That shit just sounds hella filthy to me.
That's dope. I've never seen a band live, and I feel like that's one thing that I definitely want to do. Just because in middle school, I was about to go to Van's Warped Tour at the Gorge, you know. But obviously, as a middle schooler, I couldn't find no one to take me. But that year that I was gonna go, I mean, like Blink-182 was going, Sum 41 was going, all the pop rock bands that were popping at that time. They were all going to this Vans Warped Tour, and I was like, bro, I have to go.
Yeah.
And I almost got like, I think like my grandma to take me, but then at the end she's like, nah, because that's fucking far. And I was like, damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm definitely trying to see that. See a concert. See a rock concert.
I've seen some bands in like little small bands, but never any of my big famous bands and stuff.
I'm trying to be in a mosh pit.
Ooh. I don't know. I've seen a mosh pit, and that shit would be looking scary. I'm just
Because
like,
it's just, you just go in there, just fucking throw hands at everybody,
bro. Be
bro.
looking huge and shit. And I remember I went to the ASAP Rocky concert with fucking Brian, and they did a mosh pit. Everybody there, all the guys there looked huge as hell, bro. I was like, I'm not getting pushed in that bitch. I'm like, fuck no. Me and Brian were like in the middle, but still close enough to like see how everything was going on, where like people were like making the big ass mosh pit and shit like that. Yeah. There was two guys that like give no fucks. Like they were two really big guys. I don't know if they were friends, but they gave no fucks. They were just going in there, hurting each other, or like hurting whoever the fuck was coming in, you know? Because they were down. They're like, ooh, we're getting, you know.
That's the whole point. It's like, yeah,
shit.
if you know that you're gonna go in, you should just know that you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Or something, you know.
Yeah.
Literally, someone could just like swing their arms like this as you're running this way, and they just smack you, and you can't do nothing about it because that's the whole point.
Knock the fuck out.
I seen videos of like small people getting in mosh pits, and then they just get trampled.
I believe it.
That would have been Pedro. Pedro went to the mosh pit.
Dead ass. I'd be fucking on the floor, bro. I'd probably be dead after that shit.
Hey, but I still want to do it though.
Fuck it.
Like concerts are cool. I freaking love concerts. So.
Wait, what kind of music do you be going after, Naomi?
I think my favorite genre is R&B.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I always get called a simp because of R&B music. Maybe I am a simp, but I feel like, I don't know, I think I just like it just because the vibe, like, it's very chill. And, I don't know. It's just music that I could fucking sing along to and vibe to easily. Yeah. You know, it's not always sad music, but, you know, I play the sad shit when I need to.
Yep. Everybody has a sad version of songs and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with it.
Every
But
genre.
I also like country.
Country.
Yeah.
Get out of here. And that's the podcast, guys. We'll see you next time.
That was the end.
Y'all are some haters. I love country.
Nothing bad against it. I just don't like it
I know.
preferably.
Every time I say it, people look at me funny, and I'm just like, why do you guys not like it, though?
I mean,
I don't understand.
my sister Leslie listens to it, but I think I kind of understand why she kind of listens to it. And the reason why I think she likes it is because I'm like, you know what? Like, this is me too, my opinion. Like, I'm Mexican, and I don't really like how, like, those corridos music and shit like that. Like, I don't like their voices. Like, I'm pretty sure what they're singing sounds good and stuff like that. But the way they're singing it, for me, in my opinion, just does not.
It don't hit.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
it.
This like,
that's how you feel about country.
They should just not be
That's
singing it like that. So that's why I feel like my sister might like it because for whatever reason she likes it for like that same reason. Like it just sounds good, and to me that's how country music sounds. Like I'm just like this, the way their voice sounds is just like. Yeah,
there's like that twang to it. Yeah, I like it. I like that twang.
Maybe they're like saying something like, that's gonna hit me if I really listen to it, but at the same time I'll be like, I could just go listen to somebody else.
What twang are y'all hearing?
The same shit. But yeah. That's okay if you like it, I guess, but it's not.
Do your thing, listen to music. Music's amazing regardless of what you listen to.
At the end of the day, I feel like here's a question. Do you think there's a song about everything? In every genre?
Like there's one song that has every single genre?
Yeah. Well, not every single genre, but there's well, I mean, I don't know if you're saying the same thing I'm saying, but I'm saying like if you were listening to rock and then you listen to a country song, there would be two songs that they're basically be singing about the same thing.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because like a lot of the love songs are kind of just the same shit, regardless of what they're saying or how they're saying, like what language they're speaking of. That's what I'm trying to say. Like regardless of the language that they're speaking at, it's hey baby girl, I love you. I fucked up. Come back. Mm-hmm. You know, but just in the language they're trying to say it in.
Just the different words that they're using or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's all the same meaning. I fucked up. Baby girl. I swear I only meant to do it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Music's fucking dope. I've been listening way more to like Spanish rock.
Yeah, Spanish rock is freaking
with like
chef's kiss.
Yeah. Like the new bands and like people like not even new bands but like some of the older ones also and like bands that are just like that look like they're around my age, like making music. I'm just like, ooh, this is actually pretty good, because we gotta support those young people that are out here trying to make music, because otherwise, who's gonna be there in the future? They gotta start off somewhere.
True.
Yeah,
that is true.
I'd be trying to listen to some of those whenever I can find them and shit like that. So if you know any Spanish rock songs out there, like indie ones, go ahead and leave them down in the comments or send them to us on the Instagram, on the DMs. I'm trying to listen to, but yeah, I've been hella fucking with this band called Zoe. Like I fucking fuck with their music. I'm like, damn, like they be doing some like psychedelic ass shit, or I'm just like, because I haven't seen any other bands like them yet, so I'm just like, I'm pretty sure these guys make music like this because they're like, you know what, there's not that many Hispanic or Mexican bands out here that are doing this shit, so let us be that part of our culture that's actually doing this shit. And I'm just like, man, that's fucking dope, because they're Mexican and they be dropping some like crazy ass psychedelic looking ass videos and shit like that, and I'm just like, ooh, with the lyrics and everything, they be hitting. So I'm just like, damn, they be fucking dope. And then like, I don't know, they be going in on their fucking their instruments and shit like that. I'm just like, ooh, the guy who plays like the guitar gives me like he's a straight up like, I don't know how I can explain him, but like in this one music video, he just looks like he just looks like this hella cool ass like a cool ass guy that you would see like in an old maybe biker movie or something like that with a Hispanic guy like that, you know? Because he's like, the way he's dressed in there, or you're just like, he could have been in like a movie where he's like dressed up like that, because it's crazy to see, not even crazy, but just like cool to see how they're dressed kind of like that, and how those people basically were like, oh, I want to do rock type of shit. And they're Mexican, so it's like, for me at the same time, it's like, I'm connecting it to me because I'm like, oh, I'm Mexican, and they're doing this shit. Yeah. Nice. I would want them to drop like an English album, but at the same time, I'm just like, nah, because they're doing it in Spanish and they're doing it for a reason. Yeah. So at the same time, I'm just like, it's cool. As long as they keep dropping their songs, I'm cool with it.
Keep dropping the music. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, but funny story about Spanish rock is that there's this one time my grandpa was going through his CD piles and shit, and I just happened to walk in the room. And he was just like, you want one? I was like, oh, yeah, let me like, He was like, pick one. I was like, cool. And it was the one that I wanted was The Chronic by Dr. Dre, okay? And the CD has like a big ass weed leaf on it. And that's what attracted me to it. And I was like, I want that one. And he looked at me, he was like, nah, here, take this one. And it happened to be a Spanish rock album.
Damn.
And I don't know, I love that album. I still have it. It's in that black box.
He was like, ooh, he's about to go for the rock one. And more literally does a 360. I want the weed one.
Let me get that one. They got a big ass weed leaf on it. Say less.
That's filthy.
And he was just like, nope, you take this. So it was like, and that was my first like actual rock. Well, actually, I don't know, cause do you consider Maná was a mainstream rock Spanish band.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I totally forgot about them, but I used to love them when I was younger.
Yeah. So your grandpa got you into some Spanish rock?
Well, I was always into it because of Maná and stuff, and like Juanes, he was kind of like a rock artist, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know who Juanes is?
No.
You haven't listened to Juanes?
Nope.
Damn, bro, look him up. Yeah, he's Juanes, like Juan S. Juan and then ES as his name.
Okay.
Good as. He's a solo artist, but he's hella good. And then Maná, you know who Maná is?
Obviously.
Okay, just making sure, bro, you didn't know who Juanes was. So.
I'm sorry. I'm uneducated in Spanish rock music.
So I kind of was always into it, but that album specifically is just what like kind of pushed it even more because I was like, bro, when I first put it on, I was like, this shit kind of fire.
Yeah. That's filthy.
Because it's not what I expected. But it's also because I was in middle school and rock was just the thing.
Moy just gave me a fucking band to listen to.
Yeah. But anyways, tell us, Nami, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Damn.
Sorry, I'm just playing. She don't got no favorite movies.
You been listening to any rock, Naomi?
Rock? I mean, yeah. I used to listen to rock. I think I started listening to rock in middle school. What?
What did you listen to?
What you know about rock? It's like you be playing rock in the cars. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I think my favorite in middle school was probably Boys Like Girls.
Yeah.
Of course. And then
yeah. I know Boys Like Girls.
And then also are they called the Red Chili Peppers?
I think Hot Red Chili Peppers.
Hot Red Chili Peppers. There you go. I haven't listened to them in a while.
They're fucking dope.
But I also like Coldplay, Simple Plan, My Chemical Romance too.
Oh yes.
Ooh, yeah.
I love My Chemical Romance. The Black Parade is a masterpiece.
Fucking the Red Chili Peppers. There's one song, I forget the name, but the guy wrote the song, I think, either a few years after they got famous, but he literally wrote it. And if you listen to the song, it's about him talking about how they became famous and shit like that. And then he has like a line in there, like what's it called? Basically, he could have like followed in the song. He's like talking about he could have followed like a life of like an actor or some shit like that, but he didn't want to. But like in his lyrics, he like basically says that he didn't want to follow a script. You know, he didn't want to follow a scripted life type of shit.
Yeah.
And then there's also a line where he says, "Chop Top says I'm gonna win big." Chop Top, I guess, was like a guy who was like their manager, was helping them release music before they were famous. And the guy was like, "Bro, you're gonna be huge," and and then he put that in the song. You know, he's like, "We're gonna be huge. That's what this man said." And then he drops the song, and they're already huge as hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Oh, you said they dropped this recently?
No, this is like a long ass time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so he dropped that song first or after?
I think after.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it's 50. All those bands now we just said it's all from middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school songs. Middle school bands.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't even think they be dropping like Some bands do, but some bands don't be dropping anything. And then if they did drop anything, like the last time was like in 2016 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The main surprisingly still be dropping shit.
They be dropping a good amount of shit too.
Drop down your favorite music down below, your favorite artist. Give us a little playlist of what to listen to.
Yes, help the Midnight Sesh create the Midnight Sesh playlist.
Ooh.
Your song might just end up on the playlist. Let us know.
Ooh, hopefully we don't get copyrighted for that shit.
What do you mean? Like we should go on Spotify and make a playlist?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
thought
meant.
you meant playing in the back like while we're fucking talking and shit.
No.
When we be talking to the fourth wall when we ask these people to do all this shit for us.
Yes, we are.
Fourth wall. I just finished watching like. Well, I think I'm almost done, but I just finished watching like Ed and Eddie.
Nice.
That shit was or is like. There's some parts in there where some characters are just like cringy as hell. We're just like, damn, I used to watch this thing as a kid. Like, I can still see why I watched it. But now that I'm older, I'm just like, some of these characters are fucking annoying. And if you never watched Ed and Eddie, it's literally about these three guys named Ed, and Eddie. And they're always just trying to scam the kids in the neighborhood for a quarter for a fucking jawbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched this other video that was explaining like why the show went bad. And then I finally learned in that video why they chose Jawbreakers. And the guy who created Ed and Eddie chose Jawbreakers because he figured that Jawbreakers are pretty much like the worst piece of candy. It's like, why would somebody want to eat this candy? So in his show, he made that their favorite candy.
Weird.
Show, yeah. And then the other reason behind that show is like this man literally only created the show because he got dared to create the show. He got dared to create a fucking cartoon for kids.
Yeah.
Because
that's dope.
He had just only made like cartoons, but they were like more meant for adults and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He worked with like maybe like Adult Swim or something.
No, I think he was just like releasing them through some other shit.
Oh.
But yeah, but he got some of his characters from like his other cartoons and shit like that. But yeah, those fucking kid the kid cartoons now that come out. Back then, they were just more mindless cartoons than anything.
Yeah. Like
just for something to have your kids sit down and watch that shit for like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever the hell you wanted. And now cartoons that come out are meant more for like to teach your kid about something, but also keep them entertained.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's crazy how like the cartoons have kind of changed. Because in Ed and Eddie, I mean, technically there's like one character, like Double D, like the guy with two D's in his name. That guy is basically like always trying to do the right thing and trying to like sound smart and all this shit and that shit. All this other shit. But like, I guess if you're paying attention to him, which you're probably not as a kid, you know, you'll probably learn something from him. But other than that, you're basically just seeing how kids will scam each other and just like make fun of each other and treat each other like shit, like bullies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Because like fucking Ed, the guy who's always coming up with scams in the show, all he's worried about, like him, Ed, and then the dumb Ed are always just fucking around. Like they're always just messing around with all the other kids, like pulling fucking pranks on them and shit like that. And then they're just both hella dying. Like you gotta watch the cartoon, but fucking Ed, the little short one, once he pulls his prank and he's like running away, he's dead as hell. You know, he's like, ah! I'm like, damn, bro, chill.
The prank wasn't even that good.
Yeah, but cartoons be fucking
something else.
They be something else these days. I haven't watched too many more new ones, but like I was just going back and watching some old ones. Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. What's your favorite show? What's your guys' favorite show?
Of all time? Or just
I guess, yeah. I mean, both.
I don't know if I have like a favorite show of like all time.
We're talking about cartoons right now, so that's what I'm asking.
Cartoons.
Not shows in general. Since we're talking about cartoons.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon of all time.
Damn. It's
I mean,
kinda
that can
hard
also mean as a child too, because like,
I mean, we don't really watch cartoons.
yeah, but
Damn.
I mean, no, but I still feel like my favorite, like, I mean, Rick and Morty is technically cartoons, is it not?
Oh, I
Like
mean, yeah, that's true.
This is like adult cartoons.
Yeah. I mean, most recently, I would have to say like Steven Universe.
Boom.
That shit was fucking dope. But I watched this like literally this last year. So like as a kid, what the fuck would I be like? What would I be excited to watch? I can't even think of like exactly which cartoon I was like, damn, I'm ready to watch this shit.
You know, I feel like for me, like there's different points in my life that I have a different show for. But the one that just came to my head right now was Camp Lazlo.
Ooh.
That one was hella good, and I feel like that's one that I'll definitely watch again.
I think one that I also really fucked with too was American Dragon
Oh, okay.
on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was pretty dope. I was like, ooh, I kind of want to be a dragon type of shit, you know?
Yeah, that'd be pretty
I
cool.
want to be the American Dragon.
The American Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should
Honestly,
be good.
I think growing up, my favorite show, okay, obviously when I was younger, was Powerpuff Girls. Like,
Yeah.
way
Oh,
younger.
see, that was fire.
That one was really, I don't know. I just really fucking liked that one. That was like my go-to show.
Yep.
And then one of my other ones was Courage the Cowardly Dog and Dexter's
Ooh.
Laboratory.
Yes,
Ooh.
that was fire.
I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog always fucking scared me as a kid, though.
It really did, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Like, I was always weird like that
Kept
when I
coming
would
back
watch
to it.
something
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
I love watching scary things, but I'm always like hella scared afterwards.
Fuck. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rewatch that show.
Same.
Same.
But from like the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
First
rewatch
episode's
all
good.
the shows.
Isn't it on
Ooh.
HBO?
Courage?
Yeah.
I think it might be because I think all the Cartoon Network stuff is on there.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I'm watching Ed and Eddie, so.
Might just have to.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like once you start watching your old cartoons, and then especially like if you go and watch like videos of like people that review them or talk about like or give you more information about like how it was made or stuff like that or why these certain characters were chosen, you're just like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You learn way more shit about it, like things you wouldn't even.
It's
Thought
almost like
about.
you just get like a better understanding of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I'm trying to definitely do that. Watch Courage.
Yeah, as long as it's on there, I'm trying to see that bitch too.
Because these aren't cartoons, but like me and Naomi watched the whole series of Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh my gosh, yes,
That was
it
fire.
So good.
Yeah. It's still really good, even now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then I think, which other one did we start, but we never finished? It was a live action one.
But I tried to do the same thing with That's So Raven. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But honestly, I loved That's So Raven when I was
Not
younger,
bad.
but I don't know. I couldn't pay attention. It just, yeah.
Maybe you need
The
to.
same as
Maybe you
Wizards.
shouldn't try to. I feel like some shows, especially with old school shows, sometimes you just can't binge a whole series. It's more like, okay, I'm gonna watch this one season, one episode a week type shit. Like if you're watching in real life,
Yeah, that
in
is
real
how I
life,
was
'cause, like,
watching it.
when they first came out, like That's So Raven, when the new episode came out, you're like, oh yep. You'd sit there and you're like, damn, this hella good, and you used to be like,
Yeah.
okay, well now I seen that, and I will wait until like the next one.
Yep.
So it didn't feel so like
Yes,
you're
that's
just
true, yeah.
because the whole concept of shows like that, they kind of die out because it's just like it's the same thing every episode.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
she's literally she has psychic powers, so every episode she
Yep.
has a vision and then tries to like make sure the vision don't happen, fucks up and makes the vision happen, and then she just learns a lesson. And that's literally that's every episode.
Yeah, every episode.
She's
So
gotta
it's-
fucking
that's-
explain every single time.
Yeah.
It's because I had a vision
Yeah.
that this was gonna happen. So
I'm
that's why I tried
sorry,
to
my
stop
vision
it.
said this, so I made sure it wasn't happen, but it happened anyways. So it's basically
So,
the vision.
wait,
All her
wait,
visions that she
wait.
was having
Wait.
was
Wait.
the visions of her fucking up.
Wait.
What?
Is that so Raven basically saying you can't change the future?
Yes and no. So listen, yes, only because that's kind of what it's saying, and I understand why you think it's saying that. But what I was thinking was, okay, what if all she has is visions of her fucking up? So the whole point was, the whole point of her seeing that vision is to her just be like, okay, cool, that's gonna happen. There's nothing I can do about it because it's supposed to happen. Let me just live life, and then therefore it doesn't happen because every time, the only reason it happened is because she tried to stop it.
So they should have done an episode where she ignored her vision.
Yeah, they really should have.
Hey, that's copyrighted. So if you fucking steal
That's
that
so Raven.
shit,
We're gonna
that's
collab with
ours.
the Midnight
You
Sesh.
better not pull that shit out of nowhere. I know you got fucking That's So Raven back on when they did that redo of their show and shit. Like it was her and Chelsea living together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I only watched like 3 episodes and then I got bored.
No, I didn't see that one.
It was alright.
But yeah. That's so Raven.
You want to keep hitting that?
Kill that, bro. Kill that. Kill that.
Yeah.
Kill that.
Fucking shows be crazy. I love me some TV shows.
Ooh, have you seen Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one that we started too.
I know. I
Did
think
we
it's
ever
on
finish it?
Nah. There's probably like
There was like one
4 or
episode
5
left.
episodes left.
Freaks and
What?
Geeks was out of its
Cause
time.
It's
I
like
think we're
19
towards
and
the
it's
end.
like 19 in total. And we're like I think like
10.
12, 13.
Yeah. I wish I
almost
would have
over.
made
It's
more.
good.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Moy showed me that like
It's out of
a
its
few months
league.
ago.
With the put on, see, I know it was good.
One of my managers found it. And he's like, yeah, I just found this show called Freaks and Geeks. I was like, ooh, that shit's filthy as hell. He's like, yeah, bro, like, this shit's clean as hell. I was like, yeah, bro, like, that shit's out of its time, you know? Like,
Mhm.
it was made in the wrong time. If it
Well,
would've-
it was made in the right time, but not supported.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If they really would have supported that, it would have. At least a good 4 seasons, 5 seasons.
All the people and all the freaking people that were like 19, 18 or whatever at that time were just like off doing some other shit.
They were just out living in the streets.
Yeah.
So,
That's the
I know-
90s, right?
I think it was the 90s, but the story is the 80s,
That makes sense. Yeah.
like late 80s, I think.
They're just like, why would I want to watch a show from a decade ago? Type of
I mean, 70s Club,
shit.
or that's what it's called, right? Oh no, it's that 70s show.
70s show.
70s Club. What is that?
Yeah. That show's fucking good though. Like, they even tried to make a copy of it. Like, I remember I saw like a TikTok or a video that was saying like, how come there's always like American versions of like a British show that came out first, but there's never a British version of an American show. But I guess that because that 70s show was so popular in America, they copied it and made it in like the UK. And they made it, and they called it Times Like These or something like that. And that shit flopped over there.
Damn.
Because they copied it from over here. But they literally copied like all the characters' names. The same episodes were almost like exactly word for word. The characters look pretty much the same, but like if you were to think of like a British person like being that character type of shit. So I was like, they literally copied them like as much as they could type of shit and kept it like that. So I feel like that's why hell it didn't work out there, but I guess that's one of the shows. That 70 show, underrated show if you haven't watched it yet. It's hella good. I remember I just watched it because I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna watch it.
I feel like people used to talk about this show a
Yeah.
lot, and I used to see that show a lot. Just searching through the channels at night also.
Same.
Same.
So I was like, let me watch this. And
I don't know why. I just never cared for it.
I watched it. It's funny
It's
as hell.
fire, yeah.
It's funny as hell.
Same with like How I Met Your Mother. Like I didn't really see that until like the end of senior year.
It's because all those shows, even when I would watch, like,
Episodes.
like even when I would watch Friends or when I would see Seinfeld, like those shows just seem like adult shows to me. Somebody's like, why do I want to watch people talking in a coffee shop? You know, what would be going on in a coffee shop that I don't understand? As a kid, I'm just like, who would be interested in people talking in a coffee shop type of thing? You know, that's what they were always seeing in some kind of like public shit like that. And I'm just like, I don't understand this shit. Let me see some cartoons.
Yeah.
That's what I always go back to. But then now, grown up, and I see it, I'm just like, oh, okay. I can see why they fuck with it. This is just the setting where they're always just hanging out here. This is why they're always at the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
This is just their spot,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where all the shit be going on.
Damn. I kind of like the whole, like, they have, like, shows like that is going this way.
Oh shit!
But shows like that, they just have the kickest spot.
Yeah.
Like How I Met Your Mother, they were always at the bar that was under their
Yeah.
house, you know? That's
Yeah.
fucking lit. If I could live in a building like that, I definitely would. Kick it at the bar all day.
They're living in the city.
True.
But I feel like those are literally people who, like, if they were like real life characters, they would be literally hanging out at that would be their bar that they would go out to all the time. Because there's literally people that go out to certain bars all the time. They're just like, let's go to this bar because that's their go-to bar. So they.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand. I get that. But what I'm saying is that, like, if I had a bar under my house, bro, I'm definitely going to be in that bitch all the time.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
why would you go to
I can see
another
that.
bar?
Yeah, like,
When
I'm-
you could just go
every day I'd be like,
downstairs?
bro, I'm just going to get home, go to the bar downstairs, and just chill there until I'm trying to go to sleep because I got work in the morning. You know? That'd be
down
fire.
there too.
You literally don't have to worry about nothing. You just show up and you're like, I'm going to order food, get a drink. If I want to get drunk, I can get drunk and walk upstairs.
Easily.
Fire.
That sounds fun.
Fucking TV shows are fucking dope.
Yeah.
That's why I love them.
That's what I love.
Damn, you guys
See?
really did not watch these shows when they were like just on
What about?
TV.
Mm-mm.
Which one? Like How I Met Your Mother? No.
Yeah, and
Or
Friends,
Friends,
and
no.
like
I would try to watch them and I would stop and I'd be like, okay, cool. I'm watching, they're talking, but like Pedro said, I'd just be like, they're just sitting here talking. And I like since I just jumped into an episode, I just didn't know what's going on, so I'd just be like, okay, what they're talking about doesn't really make any sense. I'm getting bored. I'm gonna go watch some cartoons.
Exactly. Like if I would have started the first episode, I'd been like, oh, okay, so that's what's supposed to be happening. Type
Like
of shit.
for example, how Two and a Half Men. That one for sure. I sat down and I would always. So every time it came on, or I knew it was gonna come up, I'd be like, I'm gonna watch that, and I would sit down and make sure I watched it. Those ones I understood because I watched the whole thing, but I just never did with the other ones.
yeah. I think for me,
Which
like
I regret, but I don't, because now I get to watch them and still experience that first time experience.
true. Yeah, I think for me growing up, I always just had the TV on for like background
Wait,
noise.
that's going over there, right?
It's cool. Let's just go back this
I'm
way.
geeked.
Take
You're fine. I gotta take it.
So basically, I would have these shows on while I'm doing my homework, eating, or whatever. Because, you know, it was just always me and my mom.
Yeah.
So I was always like kind of lonely. So that's just what I did. So I think.
So it was like she was
eventually-
kicking it with them.
Yeah, so
And
I
that's
think
why we're here,
eventually,
guys.
like,
The Midnight Chefs
it
trying to do the
didn't-
same
It wasn't
thing.
like background music no more because I need background noise.
Yeah.
You know, because then I would just start watching them, and
I
then
could
that's
just
how
see-
I got into all of those.
Now I'm in front of the TV. It's like, that's hella funny, Sam. You're right. Go back to doing her homework. Talking to the TV like they're real people right there.
Nah, I wasn't that.
She said, that's why it's called Friends, right?
These my friends. That's hella funny. That's dope. I never did that. As a kid, I was always just like, if this shit not colorful or some action going on, I don't want to watch it type of shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my whole main reason. And I fucking missed out, honestly, but like I'm glad I still watched them now because I'm just like, oh, you're right. That is a classic and I missed it, but I watched it now.
Yeah.
So now I know. I'm sorry. Type of
True.
shit. Yeah.
That is true.
How y'all feeling?
I'm
pretty
high
geeked.
now.
I'm pretty high. The fucking Chocolope Sunday.
Chocolate. We out here. First it was strawberry Sunday, then it was chocolate Sunday.
It was something Sunday.
Yeah.
No, I said cherry Sunday in the beginning. Because I thought it was.
These
Right,
comfy
okay.
or what?
Yeah, but I keep getting ash all over them.
Mommy got some new Adidas sweatpants.
You guys, I bought Adidas sweatpants today for. They're originally going for $120. I bought them for $90.
$90.
And I really had to convince myself. I told myself it was almost my birthday, so might as well just do it.
She said I got to splurge for the
'Cause other
birthday.
than that, I would
Fuck it.
never.
Fuck it, let me get it. It's now or
Quality's
never.
very nice.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't regret it because the quality is really nice. It's super
Ooh.
thick. They got some.
That's like a pocket in a
cool
pocket.
details.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just
Especially in Washington,
I got
because like
confused. I got excited because I was actually
sweatpants
about
over
to use-
here don't be just like sweatpants like maybe for like other states where they're just like sweatpants are just meant for me to just sleep in or like go out and work out or some shit like that. Like in Washington, I feel like it could low key.
Ooh, it is a pocket within a pocket.
They're like low key used that just like like another part of your outfit type of shit because it'd be cold over here, so you might as well wear some sweatpants and just make it part of your outfit,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Right, this is opening up with everybody, so cautious.
Be careful. That's our little review for the week. Naomi's
Sweatpants. Make sure to listen to the next one.
We'll do some more reviews. Let us know how they feel after a week of owning them or a
I
month.
will. I will. I'll come back.
What's the quality like?
Yeah.
Fuck
So
with
that way I can go back and buy some myself.
Ooh. I be debating it sometimes.
Not sponsored.
Give us some shit, Adidas. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty high. I fuck with the episode. We talked about some good shit. Go ahead and leave us some comments below about the music, the shows, the cartoons you've been listening to, watching.
Follow us on IG, official Midnight Sesh.
Leave all that shit. Make sure you check us out.
You want to plug anything before we head out?
Venmo me at NAOMIHER for my birthday.
Let's
on
go.
November 24th.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.